Hi, my name's Andy. I coordinate training new ministers for the Diocese of Chelmsford, and this is just a brief introduction to how we use Moodle. Moodle, as you're probably aware, is a virtual online learning platform. Most of the students, the curates joining us, will have been students at theological colleges that use Moodle, so it isn't too much of a wrench for them to get used to ours. And I'm just showing you one of our modules. We have a module on schools, which has 6 sections. So as you'll see, the curates click on it, and there they find it section by section. First of all, just a page on being a school governor, written by the diocesan governance consultant. And when they've read that, they can click on to the next page, which gives them a questionnaire. So this is a module that we ask them to do in their first year, and in the second year they have a week-long schools placement, at least most of our curates do. So we ask them to fill in this questionnaire to help our schools team know where placement would be best for them. They have a section of questions and they just answer them one by one. What's your postcode? What's your email address? Give us an outline of your experience of primary education so far, and then give us an outline of your experience of secondary education so far. And finally, is there anything else we should know before we assign you a placement school next year? Easy, fill it in, save it, move on to the next page. The next page is an online school governance course created not by me, but by the education team. And you'll see their instructions. This will take you, it's probably about an hour to go through and know all about what being a governor entails. Then our next section helps curates to discover some online resources, and they need to browse that a little bit and see what's available. And when they've done that, we ask them to fill in a questionnaire. And this is a little different because, to be honest, the answers to this are of no use to me, but it does force curates to make sure they really have read the material we put them in touch with well. So, for example, describe briefly one way in which your placement school might be able to work with Christian Aid. Well, one of the links on the previous page described some of those, so that should be okay. What are your 5 favorite ideas on these pages about how school and church can work together? Number 3, the name of the National Church of England strategy for children and youth. I'll be honest, at this point of recording, I can't remember what the answer to that is, but it's important. A URL for an assembly about Gethsemane. This ensures that the curates have got used to the way in which they can find those resources. What's the date of Education Sunday? And briefly describe one creative idea you have. So that's ensuring there's a little bit of creativity as well as resource discovery. The last section of this module is in 2 pages. This is a bit more theological, but I'm only asking curates to read it, not to write anything. The first page of this section talks through, well, Jesus, the Caroline Divines, schools of character, Jomi Taylor and Nicky Morgan and all of those people. The university model of addressing the knowledge deficit, talks about Cardinal Newman and Michael Gove, two names not often found in the same piece of reflective writing. Skills and what we mean by developing skills, and lots of footnotes. And then the next page, which they simply click onto at the bottom, introduces child theology. Marcia Bungie, that Thomas Traherne. So here's a nice little quote. To be good, to be holy, to be righteous is freely to delight in excellent actions with a delight that grown men have lost. And I'm really hoping that to read this through will bring curates face to face with the idea that having a child in the midst isn't just a story from the Gospels, but is a way that all our theology, not just our skills in working in schools, can be critiqued by child theology. And at the end of that, they go down to the bottom of the page and click on thank you for reading this lesson, and they're complete. So thank you for watching this video. If I can be any help with Moodle, then just let me know. And in the document that you were sent, I think, by Keith, then I've put the login details. If anybody wants to have a go at seeing some Moodle materials in Chelmsford Diocese, just sort of have a look around, and often that's more helpful in working out if we'll find something useful than just listening to somebody talk about it. All the best. Take care. Bye.